Ron in Dearborn, Michigan writes to me, "Hey Paul, does what type of home wiring that feeds your receptacles matter for sound quality? Is bigger better? And does the type of wiring Romex versus thin in conduit whether it's in conduit or not, make a difference?" Oh boy. Well, I thought I'd tackle another one of these questions because I know somebody said, stop calling us deniers, call us ethical skeptics. Okay. That's fine. Because, I honestly do want to make sure everybody gets a voice. And I've got this voice and I talk about stuff. And you all know that what you're hearing is Paul's opinion based on nearly 50 years of doing this. So you take it for whatever you want, okay? And I know I'll get a lot of flack for it, and that's just fine. So here's what I have learned through a lot of experience over many, many years, and that is the cable matters in the wall greatly. So we paid a lot of attention when we built this room. We went with 10 gauge Romex, okay? 12 gauge is fine. That's what most people are going to have. I would stay away from anything that is smaller gauge than 12. Some people put in, just go down the line, 14 gauge, whatever is legal in your territory, in your house. But I would stick with 12 gauge, 3 conductor, solid core Romex. If it's in a conduit, I have never found any advantage to having it in a conduit. And in fact, several of my friends have told me that they find it a little bit constricted sounding. I can't tell you whether that's true or not. So definitely stick with the Romex. The other thing too, to remind people, one of the bigger improvements you can make through the way that you do your house wiring is called the home run. So for every outlet, every duplex or every quadplex, run a separate piece of Romex back to the circuit breaker box, okay? And if you do that, then you have what we call a home run, where every DAC or every piece of equipment that's separately plugged in goes back to one point. If you are lucky enough to have a power plant, make sure that is definitely on a home run, and life will be pretty good. So yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's worth it to put it in conduit unless you have to by UL or not. UL doesn't. Nobody pays attention to UL. It's a private company, and I don't care what anybody says about it. We don't use UL. There's plenty of places that spec out what is appropriate and legal within the home. Those rules you definitely need to follow, and I would highly recommend you hire an experienced electrician. As much as I know and Bob Stadther knows about electrical, we always hire a fully qualified electrician. They look at us a little cross-eyed when we tell them, yeah, well, we want separate. Well, you don't have to. You can put them all onto one circuit and I'll just give you a big, no. You're going to run each one separate back to the switch box. It's your money, boss. Do whatever you want. And they do. And it works. And it makes a difference. So there you go. Okay? Thanks. Bye.